Today I will be talking about my language and literacy activities that I prepared for Year 2. At the start of the period, I informed the students that we would be going to another teacher's class to watch a short clip on Helen Keller, as our classroom did not have an interactive whiteboard. The students were very engaged while watching the Helen Keller short clip. The students had the chance to see Helen Keller in real life, and they had the opportunity to witness how she used various techniques to communicate with people. After discussing the short clip with the students, we all went back to class. We had circle time, and the students were able to reflect on what they watched and what they learned from it. One of the students had an excellent response. He said that he felt empathy for Helen Keller and for her teachers who taught her, because it must have been very hard, and that he also felt appreciation for Helen because of how she overcame her challenges. Another student was being extremely disruptive while the video was playing, and he was not listening to instructions. He was being extremely difficult, and it was very hard to teach the class, especially circle time, while he was fidgeting and moving around the classroom. Once the students had a chance to express themselves during circle time, we had show and tell. During show and tell, one of the students brought with him a magician's hat, and he explained to the class how it worked. We spoke about its function and how the rabbit disappears. Before the lesson ended, I read a book to the class. We spoke about how the characters in the book showed empathy to one another. The students are learning about the word empathy, and therefore I am trying to bring it up in everything they're learning so that they can understand it and use it in their own words and vocabulary. I chose to show the students the video on Helen Keller because throughout the 3 weeks that I was on placement, as a class, we did a reading of Helen Keller about her life and how she survived being both blind and deaf, and how her teacher, Annie Sullivan, taught her how to communicate. This related to the unit of inquiry for the semester. So the central idea was how our bodies are a communication tool. So the students have to know how our bodies are used as a communication tool, which is related to function and perspective, and the ways in which we express ourselves without speech, and also how people who don't have communication tools communicate, which is also related to function and perspective. I found the video to be engaging and appealing, especially for those visual learners who remember what they see rather than what they hear. A number of students would zone out during the reading of the Helen Keller novel, especially because there were not many pictures. But I observed the same students during the screening of the video on Helen Keller, and I noticed that they were much more engaged and interesting. So it was a really good outcome overall. Thank you for watching my video.